Okay, so I'm here today with Lee Kern. You probably know him from Twitter. He posts occasionally.
So famous on Twitter, so very famous.
We're introducing a new series where we watch the most insane anti-Semitic videos we can find on the internet. And when we mean insane, we mean...
You don't mean like a Labour Party political broadcast?
No, that's exactly what we mean. Although that's not today's video. Today's video is by an imam or a sheikh called Sheikh Imran Hosein, who's one of the biggest religious leaders in Pakistan.
Shortly after the death of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, something very mysterious happened. A tribe called the Khazar chose to embrace Judaism. And so the world witnessed for the first time the very strange phenomenon of a non-Semitic people becoming Jews.
Literally around the world, pre the conversion of the Khazar rulers to Judaism, there were non-Jews converting. So this is the first fact that's a lie.
Even if that's the case, not even if it's the case, that is the case. If you step even beyond that, why are we even having to dissect and discuss this? Why are they making a thing of the fact that other people convert to the Jewish faith? Why are we having to try and explain our identity to others? Go, oh no, actually we're this and that. Why are we getting these people trying to chip with little picks and chip away at who we are and say you're this or that? The whole phenomenon, why are we on trial? Shouldn't have to be on trial saying, oh, this is who I am, this is my history. We are who we are. If some people convert, so what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's why are we under assault?
The genetic research is available on the internet. Anyone can study it. You had conferences, medical conferences, which were organized to study these people, their genetic composition. They had a genetic composition which was unique in all of mankind. No people in the world were like them. This is scientific research.
It's like the person is trying to slice open a Jew. He's trying to slice open a Jew and do a living autopsy to try and say, oh, look, move these organs. Look, it's not a real person. And in the process, killing us. It's an assault. It is, and I use this word consciously, it is a form of extermination where you get some people where they try to exterminate Jews literally, physically, by eradicating them, killing them. You know, the Nazis tried it, they want us to not exist. And you get other people, so the way that they erase the Jews is if they can erase our identity, we will no longer exist. They can exterminate the Jew from the world if they say they're not really Jews. This is, and I'm not being hyperbolic, this is an intellectual extermination attempt of somebody trying to exterminate Jews from the world by saying they don't exist, or how they identify and say, oh, it's not true. And that's what it is. And it should be seen that viscerally and that extreme, because that is what it is. It's not just waffle. They're trying to erase us from the world. And good luck to them.
And just to add into that, so what the actual studies find is the opposite. So I'm just going to read from Wikipedia, but it's quoting a study which we can then pull up, which says, genetic studies on Jews have found no substantive evidence of Khazar origin among Ashkenazi Jews, as opposed to evidence they have mixed Near Eastern, Mediterranean and Southern European origins. There's many scientific papers that have been written on this, and the consensus is that there is no Khazar origin genetically. Not that it matters to your point, it's not why they're not interested. Sky isn't interested in the science.
If you do drill in, this is the point.
And these people, the Khazar, chose to convert to Judaism. These European Jews who have no racial, biological connection with the Banu Israel multiplied.
So, three simple points as to why we don't descend from the Khazars. One, the genetic evidence. Almost every study, or certainly the majority of studies and consensus, is that Ashkenazi Jews have common ancestry from the Middle East, not from Russia. Within the Jewish people, another example would be the tribe of Levi. Within the tribe of Levi, there is the Kohanim, the Cohens, the priests, and whether that tribe lived in Syria, Ethiopia, Poland, Russia, they had shared genetic markers with common ancestry. And so the genetic evidence suggests, no, we don't descend from Khazars. Second point is we know that there were Jewish communities that predated the Khazar Empire in Europe, in Ukraine. The two communities, the Khazar Empire actually was in conversation, according to Jewish tradition, with the Jews from this region. So we have genetic, we have archaeological, and the third point would be Jewish language. There are no traces of Turkish words within the Ashkenazi language, which was Yiddish. Yiddish is a fusion of Old German and Hebrew. No Turkish words. Whereas we still preserved words from where we came into contact with the Greeks, like synagogue and kalonymus. There's many examples of other words that we picked up from other languages, like Aramaic, while we were in the exile. So genetic, archaeological, and language, including much Jewish literature, all suggest that the Ashkenazi Jews do not descend from the Khazars, but that still doesn't stop the anti-Semites from making this charge against us, because it suits their political argument. If they can say that the Jews don't descend from Israel, but actually descend from Europe, from Russia, then they have no claim to Israel because they're not genetically from there.
These European Jews, if you look at the list of names of Nobel Prizes for science, for literature, would you name it, you will find that these are people who far exceed the rest of mankind in their intellectual brilliance, in their academic achievements, in their scientific research. They are a people different from the rest of mankind. And then you find that these Khazar, who became Jews, also chose to become Christians. So you have the Khazar infiltrating the camp of Judaism and infiltrating the camp of Christianity as well. And from the ranks of these Khazar Jews and Khazar Christians, the emergence of the Jewish-Christian alliance can be traced. It is this Jewish-Christian alliance, Khazar, which eventually gives birth to the Zionist movement. The Zionist movement has absolutely nothing to do with Banu Israel.
Except for the name Zionist and the belief and prayer of every single Jew to return to
Zion. It's this. I mean, this. So this is where his theocratic Muslim anti-Semitism intersects with left-wing anti-Semitism, where they're constantly trying to tell us and the world that Jews and Israel have no connection with each other, which is a lie. Again, they're trying to the word like Israel, the word refers to a land and a people, the children of Israel, from Israel. They're intertwined like a double helix of DNA. So Israel is a people and a land. We're not a religion, we're a people who happen to have our own spiritual customs. Okay, you can be a secular Jew, so we're a people and a land. And so we are that. That's our origins. The origins of the Jewish people come from a land. And what these far left anti-Semites do, and this Muslim anti-Semite, is they want to sever that, and they basically want to tear Jews in half. They want to rip our identity in half and say, no, you're not that. And the fact that there are a tiny minority of Jews who don't feel anymore their connection with Israel, they're welcome to their feelings, but their feelings don't negate the facts. And the facts don't care about feelings, and the facts are our origins are indigenous to Israel. Israel is central to so much of Jewish identity. It's ludicrous to pretend it isn't. It's an absurd game that I say shouldn't just bother Jews. It should bother anyone who cares about a world where facts and evidence and history and critical thinking still mean anything. Okay, it should bother anyone who cares about civilization crumbling and being replaced by a constant ground zero of knowledge where any idiot can build a small mound of rubbish and climb on it and plant a flag saying this garbage heap is the truth. Okay, it should bother everyone that people can try and deny the Jewish connection to the Middle East like this man's doing. It's an assault on history and memory and knowledge.
It is from this part of the world that they spread out. They spread out to Eastern Europe, they spread to Russia, and eventually crossed the sea to the United States. And they are at the heart of the revolutions which transformed Europe from Christendom into modern Western civilization.
So the same way the Jews, or the Khazar Jews, are behind all the wars and strife and conflict in the world. So I mean, it's just the intersection of like the fact that this is like a Muslim guy saying that it's not exceptional like to Islam. These ideas, it's completely like it comes from from above, from Islam. It comes from the far left and the far right, and they say the same things. They all overlap. And to be honest, I don't care if I get hit by someone's right fist or a left fist. I don't care which side it comes from. It's irritating. I don't want to live that life. Do you know what I mean?
They are at the heart of the Bolshevik revolution in Russia, which overturned Christianity in Russia. They are at the heart of the French Revolution, in consequence of which the back of the Christian church is broken. The prohibition of riba is now consigned to the garbage bin. And they are at the heart of the creation of the Zionist movement. It is these Khazar, Jewish and Christian, who now move to the Holy Land, assisted by a strange and mysterious Jewish Holocaust.
What does he mean by it's strange and mysterious?
And the history of that will one day be revealed on Judgment Day. How much was their input into the Holocaust?
You hear a laugh?
So that you have an exodus now of these European Jews to the Holy Land.
This occupation in Palestine is wrong, is illegal, it's against Judaism, it's against humanity. Oppressing an entire people is totally wrong. According to Judaism, to create a sovereign homeland for the Jews is contrary to Jewish teachings, because Jews are forbidden to create a state of our own. We are in a divinely decreed exile.
What's insane, people always wheel out, it's from the Neturei Karta, tiny marginal sect. And they're actually Zionists themselves, but just that they believe a different set of criteria need to be met before Jews can possess the land of Israel. So they are Zionists. They believe Jews should be in Israel, that's their homeland. They just think a different set of criteria needs to be ticked off before that can happen. So for people holding them up, you're actually holding up Zionists. And yeah.
And I just love that his example of a real Jew is the stereotypical Woody Allen style Ashkenazi rabbi Jew, like Ashkenazi as can be. It just completely trips up his entire Khazar argument. If you'd like to see us reacting to another crazy anti-Semitic video that you found on the internet, send it our way and we'll try and include it in this series. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube and hit the bell so you never miss one of these videos. And follow us on Twitter. It really helps us when you follow us on Twitter. We need to hit 10,000 followers so that we can share videos like this one on the Twitter platform.
What's your Twitter handle?
@Israel_advocacy. Great cue.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. What's your Twitter handle, Lee?
You can find me if you want me.
Lee Kern 13.
Very good.